Money is energy. Find out why the frequency is the key to attracting riches in your life. Learn to change your frequency and reprogram your beliefs on money to attract abundance and prosperity. When faced with 2.98, equivalent to a gallon of ink, the protagonist finds himself facing a valuable lesson about money and energy. When your father gives you a 5-grade brand new reflection on the nature of money as a symbol of exchange and energy in motion. The simple situation reveals the complexity behind the relationship between the tangible notes and the intangible energy, noting that the true value goes beyond the printed paper. Realizing the precise value of 2.98, exactly enough to acquire a gallon of paint. The character is immersed in an epiphany about the relationship between money and energy. The apparent simplicity of the value contrasts with the complexity behind the transmission of economic information. Upon receiving a clearly new and full grade, he wonders about the origin and destination of this representative role of the financial system. At this point, the revelation arises that money is much more than a physical object, is the tangible manifestation of energy exchange between individuals. Understanding the duality between concrete notes and abstract energy triggers a journey of self-knowledge about the rooted beliefs in relation to prosperity and abundance. In reflecting on how money can seem chaotic and scarce to many people, the protagonist realizes that this perception is the result of the subconscious programming received since childhood. When exposed to parents' financial concerns, lack of education on prosperity at school, and the systems that taught him only to survive and not to thrive, he understands that his beliefs about money were shaped by external factors. This old programming still operates in its subconscious, dictating its current relationship with finances. However, he finds that it is possible to undo these rooted standards, rewriting their financial history and allowing true abundance to enter his life. Understanding that money is much more than simple currency paper, the protagonist plunges into a journey of self-discovery and transformation. He realizes that his beliefs and emotions about money are like a magnetic field, attracting or repelling wealth based on his energetic frequency. The paradigm shift begins when it realizes that abundance is not just a material matter, but an expression of internal harmony. By reprogramming his mind and heart to vibrate at the frequency of prosperity, he opens the doors to a continuous flow of wealth in all areas of his life. It is the awakening to the understanding that money is a reflection of internal alignment, and that its ability to attract abundance is directly linked to your willingness to be a receptive container for this positive and creative energy. Understanding that money is much more than a mere representation of material value, the protagonist plunges into a journey of self-knowledge and transformation. He acknowledges that, besides being used as a means of exchange, money carries with it the energy of the intentions and emotions of the people who handle it. Each financial transaction becomes an act of transfer not only of monetary resources, but also of emotional and mental energies. The protagonist learns that his unconscious beliefs and patterns in relation to money directly influence the way he attracts or repels abundance in his life. By changing his perception of the energy nature of money, he opens for experiences of greater prosperity and financial balance. Balance. Understanding that money is a reflection of its internal vibrational frequency leads him to explore new possibilities for connecting to universal wealth, allowing him to transform his financial reality by raising his energy in harmonization with the abundant flows of the universe. Understanding that the universe operates through subtle vibrational laws, the protagonist plunges into a journey of self-transformation in his relationship with money. He is aware that the energy of money resonates with the emotional and mental frequency of individuals, and therefore, it is essential to tune in with a high vibration to attract prosperity. Understanding that abundance is not an outcome of excessive effort, but a reflection of internal harmony, leads him to adopt a receptivity stance in the face of universal riches. He learns to cultivate gratitude for the constant exchange of monetary and emotional energy, recognizing that each financial flow is an opportunity to align with the natural flow of abundance. By diving into this new paradigm, it releases old limiting beliefs and allows the energy of money to flow in your life in a fluid and generous way. As the protagonist enters the universe of prosperity, he faces the illusion of accumulating without circular. Crucial learning proves wealth is not accumulated in dusty coffers, but constantly vibrating in motion. The energy of money wants to dance, wants to illuminate who receives it and who transmits it. True abundance manifests itself when monetary flow is constant, generating a virtuous cycle of exchanges and expansion. Keeping everything to you represents a blockade in the channeling of financial energy. Sprinkling without purpose is to dissipate this same energy. Balance lies in the understanding that money is a means of circulation, a stream of energy that seeks to nourish and multiply the various aspects of life. By allowing money to flow freely on its way, the protagonist opens the floodgates for true abundance and reap the fruits of a dynamic and enriching relationship with finance. By exploring the origins of his financial beliefs, the protagonist plunges into his financial education and the experiences that shaped his view of money and prosperity. From the early years of life, money messages have been transmitted through family examples, social interactions, and cultural influences. He recalls his parents' conversations about paying, implicit lessons in everyday situations, and the narratives present in the media and society. The school also played a key role, not only in academic learning, but in the absence of teachings on financial administration, investments, and prosperous mindset. The lack of proper guidance resulted in a distorted construction of its relationship with money based on fear, scarcity, and limitation. Now, by revisiting these past influences with a critical and conscious look, he recognizes the need to unleash old ideas and reprogram his beliefs to create a new financial foundation based on abundance, freedom, and success. Understanding that accepting wealth does not imply deviating from his values or becoming someone different, the protagonist faces the true essence of abundance. He realizes that prosperity does not require to sacrifice his integrity or renounce what he believes, but to align himself with his highest purpose. Wealth is not a substitute for authenticity, but a tool to express who it really is. In this sense, he understands that attracting money and success does not mean losing his identity, but enhancing it. By fully integrating his beliefs and values with his pursuit of prosperity, he breaks free from duality between materialism and spirituality, recognizing that true abundance lies in congruence between his material aspirations and inner growth. To accept wealth is to allow yourself to flourish in all areas of life, honoring your authenticity and thriving in harmony with its deepest principles. By diving into the depths of his financial psyche, the protagonist faces the ancestral origin of his limiting beliefs regarding abundance. In investigating the rooted scarcity standards that govern past generations, he discovers the unresolved traumas that echo in his relationship with money. The inner journey reveals the connection between its current financial emotions and the experiences experienced by its ancestors. He understands that family heritage transcends material legacy and extends to the energy field, shaping his perceptions of wealth and prosperity. By recognizing the influence of transgenerational standards on their financial life, he breaks free from the burden of the past and makes room for a new era of authenticity and economic fullness. The protagonist becomes the guardian of family transformation, transmuting the old paradigms into a legacy of abundance and freedom to future generations. Transform your relationship with money today. Increase your financial vibration and attract efforts without effort. Remember, money is energy, and you have the power to rewrite your financial destiny. Allow yourself to be prosperous and alive in total abundance.